Hey friends, I'm Margaret, your Code Wizards HQ instructor. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Python variables, so let's go. Okay, variables. To store data like a string or an integer like we saw last time, we can use variables. And you might remember these from math class, right? Where x doesn't equal x, it equals 2 or 3. It represents some number, and that's what our variables are going to do in our Python code. Using a name instead of a value makes the code read like English. It also helps us to reuse those values over and over with our variables. In code, we might use a variable like age to represent a number like 11. But as you get older, the variable age stays the same, but the number might increase from 12 to 13 to 14. In Python, when we're creating a variable, we have several rules that we have to follow. So let's take a look at what those are. All right, our rules for naming variables. It cannot start with a number, cannot contain any spaces, cannot contain any special characters except for the underscore, which we do use, and two variables cannot have the same name. Let's start with these two pieces of data, Django and to. From our last video, you probably know that this first one is a string. It's inside of quotations. The second one is an integer. It's a whole number with no quotations. So what do you think these two pieces of data might represent? In this case, Django is a name. He's a really cute little pug on our team. And what is to? What do you think? Let's add some variables to give these pieces of data some more meaning and to make them more readable. In Python, we can assign a value to a variable using the equal sign. So since Django is a name, we're going to call it dog underscore name equals Django. And 2 is actually how old Django is. So we're going to call that age, and we're going to use this assignment operator, the equal sign, to assign our variable to 2. So dog name equals Django and age equals 2. This is how we create our variables in Python. You can also think of it as assigning a name to a value. That variable now holds the value that it's assigned, right? Kind of like our x equals 2, dog name now equals Django. So wherever we use dog name, it actually means Django. Now let's hop over to our code editor and try this activity. I'm using our Code Wizards HQ editor, but you can use any text editor you like or the Trinket editor in the linked article. So our first variable is going to be year. So let's write year equals, and we'll put 2024 for our integer. All right, next we've got best friend. So who is your best friend? We're going to put best friend equals, and I'm going to put my dog Toffee. Next, we are going to try my age, and this one again is an integer, okay? So my underscore age equals, and I'm going to put 13 with no quotations around it, so that's our integer. And then next we've got favorite movie. So favorite underscore movie equals, and I'm going to put, let's do Harry Potter. And remember, since we're doing a string, we have to make sure we have those quotations around it, all right? And last but not least, we've got song title. So song underscore title equals, let's do a little Taylor Swift. Let's do Cruel Summer. And that also is going to be a string. So we've got some quotations around that. So now we have 5 different variables that we can use in our Python code. And take a look at those, double check them, make sure you've got your equal signs where they need to be, your quotations where they need to be, and finish this off, and let's make sure you get it all right. Here's an example of the answers, a solution for you, but remember that you can put any integers and any string that you want, so it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but do double check that your integers and your strings are properly written. Don't forget to subscribe for the rest of our mini course, and remember that kids can learn to code with live online Python classes at Code Wizards HQ. Keep practicing, and I'll see you soon.